American porcupine, but they normally exist much more north of us. And you're probably wondering why Perry is coming in here if it's just for a checkup. Well, truth be told, she is actually pregnant. So we're going to be expecting baby porcupines. They have little baby Perrys. So we're all very excited. This is a good training opportunity for her for when the due date comes around. She is due about in December. Now, when it comes to Perry, she definitely eats a lot of different fruits. Her favorite is coconut. So we're going to keep her here for a while using the coconut. It's a good positive reinforcement for her to be able to focus on something while we're doing an examination. You can see that we're pulling out the ultrasound right now, so that way we can see what's going on inside of her. So I'm not sure if they're going to put it on the screen or not, but you're definitely going to see Perry. She's very, very cute. Now, one thing that a lot of people have misconceptions about in terms of porcupines is how dangerous they can be. Truth is, they're not very dangerous at all. Most of the time, they're actually just going to look like big pin needle cushions. So they like to just go around minding their own business. If something comes across them, yes, they're going to flex their quills saying, no, I'm sharp, you don't want to eat me, get away from me. But then again, I'm pretty sure that a lot of people would be saying the same thing if they also had quills. So she doesn't really detach them, but they are barbed, so they can wind up in some pretty nasty places, and on top of that, they do come out. Essentially, they're made out of keratin, just like your hair, just like your fingernails. It does grow back eventually, but at the same time, you're going to be in a lot of pain if it does happen to go to your foot. So you can probably imagine how our animals feel. So when it comes to all of the porcupine species, there are several throughout the world, as I have mentioned. One of the biggest ones that you're ever going to come across is also the biggest rodent in the world. That is going to be our African crested porcupine. They have the major quills that are sticking right out there on the back. So they are actually pretty amazing. They have the ability to actually kind of stand erect and actually rattle their tail, trying to say, nope, stay away from me, and then they'll back up into people.
Oh, it's so cute.
It is a little Perry.
Hi guys out there, can you hear me?
Yep.
We're good? Yes, you can hear me. All right. Welcome to the veterinary treatment window. My name is Elizabeth. This is Maria over here, and Reggie. We are all three animal keepers up here at Rafiki's. This afternoon. Perry's pregnant, so we're actually going to do an ultrasound on her. So Shelly is actually going to be the one doing the ultrasound. It will go right up here onto the screen, so you guys will be able to see the baby. Hopefully today if we can find it. So Perry has been with Disney's Animal Kingdom for about 8 years now. 8 or 9 years now. And we've been doing a lot of training with her, mostly for shows, but this year we decided to start working on ultrasound training because we did bring in a male from another zoo for her. We found out a couple of months ago during her ultrasound training that she was pregnant. That's how we found out, was doing this. So she's been working with Shelly and Maria for a couple of months straight. Shelly's been great. She's been coming over to our area, so she started doing this training inside of her enclosure where she's most comfortable, and then we started moving it over here to the hospital about a month ago. We are thinking her due date is around January. They are pregnant for an average of 203 days. So we're going to be watching it. She actually gets this ultrasound done twice a week. Wednesdays and Thursdays, we kind of do it back to back. We have these appointments set up. So if we miss it one day, if she does not want a crate and get into her crate, it's all right. We just don't do the ultrasound that day. It's all her choice. Maria just went in there with the crate, asked her to get in, presented the crate. Perry woke up, she walked right in. If Perry doesn't want to walk right into the crate, we call it, we don't do it. Same thing for shows. Perry is still doing shows in the morning with us. Again, it's her choice. If she wants to get into the crate, she does a show. If she does not want to get in the crate, she gets the day off. She will still get her entire food items for the day. She gets a little extra treat in here if she does come out, which is coconut. That is her favorite thing in the whole world. So if you get to see her come out here, she probably will be getting coconut right off the bat to show that it's okay. So Maria's asking her to do this behavior called targeting, which means that Perry has to come out, touch her nose to Maria's hand. When she does, she's going to get some food. It looks like she got some mango right there. She gets mangoes, sweet potato, carrots, zucchini, green beans, but her favorite's coconut. You'll also see like a brown thing she's given her, which is just her biscuit. It's got all the nutrients and that kind of stuff in it. Today, Maria made it extra special and put currants inside of it. So that's what she has to do. She has to voluntarily put her 2 feet up there. Once her feet are up there, then Shelly gets to go ahead and put the ultrasound wand on there. Again, as you can see, this is all her choosing. If she wants to walk away at any point, she is free to walk away and go back into her crate. We'll just ask her to come out again. If I didn't say what her name is Perry. It's actually Perry Winkle is her full name. And this will be her first baby. If you guys don't know what a prehensile-tailed porcupine, which is what she is, by the way, I don't think I ever mentioned that. If you don't know what a prehensile-tailed porcupine baby looks like, Google it. You won't be sad. They are orange when they are born. They're little orange puffballs when they're born. So these guys spend most of the time in their trees. The only time they will come to the ground is either to find a new tree or to give birth. So they would come down to the ground, give birth to that baby. Within a couple of hours, that baby actually can climb the tree herself or himself. She just noticed you guys for the first time.
Nadia, I think you made eye contact.
It's a prehensile tail porcupine. She's got a tail that moves like Oh, you're more interested in I don't know. Henry or Gussie, are you bored?
I just trying to sit down, Daddy.
So at this time, it looks like that they're training wands. As you can probably imagine, Perry's not too thrilled about having that wand near her. But then again, most of us, when we go to the doctor for an ultrasound, we're not that thrilled about it either. So they do place the lubricant onto the paddle first before they actually put it on her, just to make sure that she's more comfortable with it, because trying to get that lubricant off of her is very hard, especially with all that hair.
So you guys know what we're doing right now? Basically, we're just giving her a break. She kept choosing to go back into her crate, so we're just kind of closing the opportunity for her to come out, let her sit there for a little bit. We'll try again. Sometimes when that opportunity to leave is taken away and she doesn't get to go get the food, next time she'll be like, okay, actually, do you want to go get that food? So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to try again. They'll know, Maria knows this animal very well. She'll understand if she's starting to get stressed, we will call it. But right now, knowing her, I don't see it. So what happens if a porcupine like this gets a little anxious, they'll actually take those quills and they'll kind of all stand them on end, and that's kind of your first warning sign. You should leave them alone. Don't worry, they cannot shoot their quills. Those quills are made out of the same stuff your hair and your fingernails are made out of. So just like you guys cannot shoot your hair and your fingernails, they can't shoot those quills. But what's impressive is on every one of those 30,000 quills are barbs, microscopic barbs on them, which are basically fish hooks. So once it goes into the skin, those fish hooks will pop out, making it very hard for those quills to come back out. That's why you see dogs with pictures with the quills all still in their faces. Now that's only true of porcupines here in the New World, so South America or North America. Old world porcupines over in Africa and Asia, they do not have the barbs in their quills, but they are much bigger. If you guys want to see what one of those look like, over at the Tree of Life, we do have our African crested porcupines. You can see over there. Apparently she's taking a little bit of bathroom break. Now she's ready.
Here she comes. Shelly?
So now she's
I'm pretty
ready.
sure that she's one of
Or
the
not.
technicians, but we do have a veterinarian in here. So we have a vet intern that's sitting right over there in the blue straps. Laura is also a vet tech. Ultrasound. trying to look for it. Very.
Oh, one. As in pregnant? Yeah. One. Confirmed that the other day.
Alright.
Which one is this name?
Perry.
Short for periwinkle.
Pregnant. Roughly 7 months. Yeah, they had, we were able to bring up the spine the other day. Bring that up. And then yesterday, we actually could see the heart.
Like she's like, oh, just keep the food coming.
So we'll keep the food coming as long as we can. This is part of her training. This is what she was trained to do. When it comes to various animals, we do train them on the ultrasound, but depending on who it is going to say how we're going to go about it. Because as you can imagine, trying to do an ultrasound on a tiger, not exactly easy. But we have trained our tigers before. If you go down to Maharaja Jungle Trek, you will actually see our 2 cubs. They're not so much cubs anymore. They're more like young adults. They're just over a year old. The boy is about 200 pounds now, whereas the girl is about 180 pounds. So, big babies.
Baby.
So if you look at the screen and you look all the way on the left side of it, that little clock that's moving around a lot, that is the baby.
Do they just have one?
Yeah, she's gonna have one. Yes.
I'm not sure.
And she goes, and Joe was out there crying. And I'm like, yep. They're reddish colored.
Oh, we get a lot of bittersweet tears in here.
You made your choice to be in your health.
When I found out that the tiger was pregnant, I was screaming for a good 2 hours. So hopefully she'll be able to have a natural birth, but if the time comes and we do need to actually go in because maybe she's having some difficulties with the birth, we are more than prepared to do that. We have done C-sections on all of our animals before, and they have come in here so that we can see it. Last one that we had in here, I think, was actually our white cheek gibbon, Malika. When she came in, she was pregnant with Harper. Harper had breached, so she was coming in tail first instead of head first. So they had to go in, they had to get her out, and she's doing very well right now. She's a healthy, bouncing 2-year-old now. So we're going to be having a lot to look forward to. She's going to continue this as the weeks continue, so that way we can get her prepped and ready, so that way she can go ahead and have an easy birth, and she can try and indicate to us if something is going wrong.
About porcupines, we don't know a lot about their pregnancies. That's why we're doing the ultrasound as much as we possibly can, so that we can measure how quickly the baby's growing, because their pregnancies are vary to the point of almost 50 days. So with that being said, and not having a lot of prehensile porcupines being born, by doing the ultrasound, it's going to give us, like Liz was saying, a great indication of how the fetus is progressing.
So as you can see, Maria is talking to her. We do have open communication with a lot of our animals. Even though they don't talk back, we still like to think that they do understand us in some way. So they get used to us, they get used to our voices, and this does help in the long run, especially with a lot of our animals. The keepers are around these animals every single day of the week, so they know them. So as soon as the animal sees the keeper and it's definitely a keeper that they're familiar with, they feel a lot safer because they kind of adopt them into the clan.
That's all they're going to do.
Liz, is there any doing
Yes.
ultrasound? Yeah, she's looking at the
Oh my God!
Oh my gosh, I know it's really hard to see what you're saying, to understand what you're saying on the screen.
Nadia. You like it? Isn't that so cool?
You see it moving around?
That's so cool.
Isn't that neat?
Oh my gosh.
That's
So I
amazing.
don't know if you guys are able to appreciate what we're seeing up here. You can kind of see the heartbeat actually going if you look in there. What everybody is smiling about is on this screen, you can actually start to see the quills are starting to show up, which is pretty cool. We haven't seen that before. So it's pretty awesome to see the growth of this baby as it's happening. And she's doing fantastic now. She's on the coconuts and actually cute.
Nadia, do you want to take pictures?
We didn't get the mail.
Do you want to take a picture?
I didn't know if they, I don't imagine they live together in a while. Yeah, they're all, except my mom has babies, yeah.
Which one to take first? Okay, she's coming in the car too. So I've got Jill, I've got Bueller, I've got Magnum, and I gotta take Kit because I'm taking Magnum on the phone. So it's like, take it back to tonight when I leave. Jill's gonna push.
Let's see. The guy that's standing in the back, Steven, he's actually one of our medics.
Okay.
Everything is very interesting colors.
What starts with a B and ending with a T? What starts with a B
I don't know if she just came up with the she's to be with him or she worked there or whatever. I'm not 100% sure. But she has been around ever since I saw him around.
What starts with the F and ends with the 3?
It was, it's not so much dark, it's growing incessantly now. So you have to really look at it because
Okay, so let me see if it comes back up and then we'll be able to pick it up again. But you could see the, oh, she did go up. And the twills. Yeah, she's prehensile too. Like, hi.
She said that was a
Alright, guys, just so you know, we finished up with the ultrasound, so now we're just kind of waiting for her to go home on her own. She's now realized how great it is out here.
yeah, she's flaring up right now.
So she's going to go in appointment today. We'll take her home and she gets the rest of the day off. And then she gets to go back with her. So we kind of separate the day kind of need to make sure that she's getting enough nutrients and he's not getting too many of those. And his name is the father is Nellie, in case you were wondering.
How funny.
I don't know that that's happening.
Awesome. Good job.
Yay! Okay, come on, let's go pet some animals.
So cool. Oh my gosh.
I'm glad that you actually enjoyed it. So if you do have any questions, please feel free to ask. If I don't have the answer, I'll definitely get one of them on.